Theatric culture is relatively new in India, which is why we've already lost some precious time in tackling age-related problems. But this push is good, say experts. It might just coax the government into recognizing the threat of dementia. So after all the hype, will India take its cue and find solutions to an age-old problem? Ume Kulsum, NDT. Security forces are furthering their offensive against Maoists, but this is a challenging time which monsoon brings in. So how exactly does the CRPF prepare for the rain fury? Here's a report. Imagine crossing to the breadth of the entire Kaunchi river when the monsoon brings in the water. I'm told the water level will be well above my head. And as the Jawans actually struggle through this, remember, there are mountains all around and you could be watched from anywhere. The beaches in Hong Kong don't get as dirty as they do in India. Nonetheless, these people wake up early morning and this is the ritual. Clean up the beach and leave it for the tourists.
Well, Amitabh, I've been traveling through the streets of Delhi from the local barber shop to the chai wale ki dukaan to a little electronic shop where there was a little TV and the entire road crowded, people sitting on the road. So the atmosphere is electric. Well, they're going to continue playing their cricket and of course they're all the future Sehwag and Sachin here. They're hoping India will definitely get the cup. Happening right now, I'm outside Hazrat Nizamuddin railway station and all the employers are looking the other way. I have lots of coolies out here, lots of taxi owners, their drivers are missing, lot of cooks at the restaurants. Well, there you are, Gargi. Everybody does hope corruption is a very pertinent issue and what Mr. Anna Hazare is doing is quite relevant, but many of them really question the motives, the entire way. Many believe it's in a certain sense a blackmail. I'm sure when you were a school student, you were very good with your political science. But had I got these textbooks, I would have also been very good with my political science because they're fun and very importantly, they offer perspective of an era gone by. So the route to the IITs will no longer be the same again. But what many say they don't understand is to give more weightage to the CBSE Class 12 exams. Why actually change a pattern for a renowned institute like this? Well, the much-loved and successful Harry Potter movie series will come to an end with the release of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 in July. And for the cast, it's an emotional goodbye. Good afternoon, you're watching NDTV 24/7. More on Lady Gaga's latest album a little later in the bulletin, but first our top story. Now, the U.S. is trying to reduce President Karzai's fears by reiterating its support for Afghan-led talks with the Taliban. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has said there's no quid pro quo for talks with the Taliban.
First up, let's cut across to Kulsum, who has the latest news headlines for us.
Right, Akash, over to you in just a bit, but first a quick look at the top stories. The Supreme Court today got a look at the original diary of one of the 2611 terrorists. Good morning, you're watching Breakfast News right here on NDTV 24/7. I'm Ume Kulsum. On his way back from the BRICS summit in China, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh spoke to reporters on board Air India One. Asked to list 5 things he would want to improve in the Indo-Pak ties, he said he would consider his job well done if ties between the two countries normalize. Hello and thank you very much for joining us on our special Mission Impossible as we track the admission process not just in Delhi but across the country. Understand at the heart of the issue is that we don't have enough colleges. That's a point a lot of people will take. In fact, Hyderabad also pretty much the same situation. Let's see what is the situation in Mumbai. Let's go across to Saurabh.
What many believe is this is absolutely illogical to spend 17 crores for prayers. He says the government has looked at alternative measures. There are about 200 tankers of water supplied. It may not be enough, but the government has stepped in. Would you agree? So let's get started. Well, his famous line from the film, I am Khan and I'm not a terrorist, didn't work. Nor was Don ko pakarna mushkil hi nahi, na mumkin hai. For the third time or so now, Shah Rukh Khan was detained at an airport in New York. Well, it's turning out to be quite a diplomatic row with the foreign minister saying US loves to detain and then apologize, but this time an apology is just not good enough. King Khan, for one, says it's a humbling experience and whenever he feels arrogant, he flies to America. Well, this week, the biggest good news for all of us was that Yuvraj Singh was returning from Boston and he has, of course, he's been in touch with all his fans through the social media, even as he fought a lonely battle, but a rather brave one against cancer. Well, it's just great to see him touch down at the airport with that thumbs up sign. The fighter is back after a 3-month stay in Boston for